Welcome to the Junior Golf Podcast, a podcast dedicated to helping parents and juniors navigate through the journey of junior golf. From fitness to mental coaching, we cover it all on this podcast. Here's your host, Ro Thompson.
Four, three, two, one. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Junior Golf Podcast. I'm your host, Ro Thompson. And as always, we've got a special guest on the podcast tonight. Let's give it up for none other than Reese Richardson. Hey, Reese, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there pretty good. Listen, I want to thank you so much for agreeing to do the podcast tonight. You've been having some amazing success this year, and I wanted to bring you on and talk about what you're doing to, win these tournaments and play so good and do all that other stuff. But before we get into all the accolades and tournaments and, recognition, tell us how you got started in the game of golf.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. My parents or no one I know has ever really played golf.
Wow.
But I met some people when I was in sixth grade, I think, and I met them and we became really good friends, and they played golf, and I just kind of I'm a really outside person, and we were right in the middle of COVID, and I wanted to get outside some more. So I tried golf and I immediately fell in love with it.
So you're telling me that you just started in 2020?
I did.
Whoa. So what did you do before golf?
Well, I played soccer when I was a little kid, and then I played tennis, and I loved both of those, but I'm not a big runner. So golf was definitely for me.
Right. Golf is a little bit more laid back. You don't have to run side to side and sweat as much. Right. Now I'm a big tennis fan. I grew up playing tennis. I was ranked 15 in the state. So tennis is one of my passions.
Oh my goodness.
Too. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you've been playing real good lately. Now, why do you like playing golf? What attracted you to the game?
Well, definitely the people.
Okay.
Everyone that I met when I first started was so sweet and encouraging. And as I've gotten older and played many more tournaments, I've met some of my best friends in golf. I hang out with them all the time. We have so much fun.
That is awesome. That's awesome. Now, what's inspired you to, you started 4 years ago. What's inspired you to continue to put that effort and time in the golf? Because we know golf is not an easy sport. So you have to really be dedicated.
Yeah. So actually, my number one inspiration is 100% my sister. Oh, wow. She actually lost her battle to breast cancer in January.
Okay.
And it was really hard, but she taught me that I needed to even if things were hard, I can't give up. So every tournament I have, anytime I'm in practice, I always think of her and how if she could go through breast cancer, I can do this.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that'll drive you. That will drive you.
It does.
How old was your sister?
She was 23.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
She was actually special needs, and she was one of the most encouraging. She has the biggest hugs. Oh my Lord. You would love her actually if you met her. Good. She was a cheerleader, and she won homecoming queen, and she was in the Special Olympics actually. And She was just an all around amazing person, and I look up to her every single day.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. And I know she'll always be with you on the course and making, maybe that's why you're winning. I don't know. You never know.
Maybe.
So what have you been doing to get so good in such a short period of time? And we're only talking about 4 years of playing. So talk to us a little bit about, practice routine, what you're doing to take your game to the next level.
Well, I spend every single week with my coach. I go to him for one lesson, maybe two sometimes.
Okay.
And I mean, I vent to him all the time. He helps me mentally,
Okay.
and he's definitely a big part of how, I guess, good I've gotten. And in my practice, I spend about 30 or so minutes, just doing some technique stuff and trying to, you know, see how my hitting's going.
Yeah.
But I like to spend a lot of time on the putting green.
Okay.
Um, since my putting has been really good lately, my work's definitely been paying off. So
Good.
I like to spend a lot of time around the green because that's a very big part of golf.
That's true. That's true. And we'll talk about that in a minute. How many hours would you say, and I don't know if you ever looked at it, but how many hours are you putting into practicing every week?
I would say somewhere around 8 to 12 hours a week.
Okay. That's good. That's good. So a couple of hours a day.
Mhm.
Okay, good. And what's your home course?
Shaftesbury Glen.
Shakespeare Glen. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, good, good. Now, what do you feel is the strongest part of your game?
Um, I would say at the moment, my
Hmm.
driver and my putting and chipping has been really strong lately. I've
Okay.
been smashing my drives.
Good. Now, how far you hit it?
Um, it kind of ranges between 245 and 235, somewhere around in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's
So
striking.
pretty far.
Yeah, and you're only going to get stronger,
Mhm.
to be able to hit it farther. Now, what do you feel is the part of your game that you got to put that extra time in?
I would say my approach shots. I
Okay.
have been trying to be able to get it closer to the pin and offer myself more opportunities for a birdie
Uh-huh.
because I've been kind of struggling with my approach shots. I
Okay.
usually hit them. I mean, most of the time they're on the green, they're just a little further. So I'm trying to get them a little closer to the pin.
Well, sometimes you want to play away from the pin, so you
Just
gotta,
kind of depends on the hole.
right, depends on the hole. That's exactly right. Now, do you feel like at this time you're playing your best golf ever?
I would definitely say I am. I
Got
mean, this year has been really, really hard.
Yeah,
And I mean, I've just devoted my entire life to my game and it's really paying off.
that's good. Now, what would you tell the Reese 2 to 3 years ago that you have learned now that would have made the process a little smoother?
I would say definitely surrounding myself with people who have the same goals as me and wanting to push each other. I would
Okay.
definitely say that's the biggest.
That's good. That's good. And golf is so mental, Reese. Sometimes, when you're on the course and you're not playing your best, you have to keep your mind relaxed, calm. You got to stay calm, cool, collected. What do you do to work on the mental part of your game?
My coach, Josh Jackson, he's the biggest part of my mental game.
Okay,
He lets me vent to him all the time about, what's going wrong, what's going good, all kinds of stuff. But
good.
he has definitely been a big part of that. I definitely have my moments, but usually I stay pretty calm and collected, but definitely have my moments sometimes.
Now, what do you tell yourself though when you're in that moment? Because that's the biggest thing that junior golfers have to deal with when they're in the moment. What do you tell yourself to, stop kind of stay in the moment, stay cool, stay calm, stay collected? What do you tell yourself?
I kind of I just stop.
Hmm.
Usually I say a little prayer, I
Okay.
regroup, I refresh,
Yes.
and I just try and tell myself, like, you are good enough, Reese. You got to have the confidence to know that.
Right.
And I mean, I would say that for anyone. I mean, that's a really good thing to tell yourself as you're out there.
That's good. That's really good. Now, what are some of you talked about putting being like, one of your strongest attributes right now. What are some different putting drills that you do, and what do you do when you get out to the course to improve your putting?
Well, some of my favorite drills, like if I'm doing it with a group, I love the drill knockout. Me and my friends have so much fun with that one.
Okay.
But I like to set up some tees and I'll do it from different lengths. Like I'll try and make 4 in a row, 3 foot,
Yeah.
6 foot, 10 foot, 15,
Okay.
and try and get them as close as the hole or in as I can.
Right, right. Now, another important part of, playing golf is the academic part of, playing junior golf, getting good grades in school. How do you balance it all? Because you got to practice, you got to
Yeah.
maintain good grades in school. What do you do to kind of keep all that in line?
It's definitely hard. It takes a lot of late nights. I'm a night owl, so it
Okay.
doesn't really bother me as much.
Right.
But it's definitely a lot of late nights working on my schoolwork, but it's been paying off. I've got good grades, so
Good, good. Now, what's your favorite subject?
oh, that's a hard one. Um, I would probably say math. Math is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, that's good. Math is a good choice. Yeah. Right. Now, you most recently won the Rosie Jones Scholarship. Talk to
Mhm.
us a little bit about how that happened.
Well, I applied for it
Yeah.
and I've been playing a lot better lately
Okay.
and she called me herself and
Wow.
I about fainted when I saw her name come up on the phone. I was like, Mama, Rosie Jones is calling me. And I answered and it was just like one of the coolest moments.
Good. What did y'all talk? What did she say? What did y'all talk about?
She congratulated me about
Mhm.
how well I had been doing and she was talking to me about how I was like a well-rounded person and how she was going to send a lady on the LPGA tour to mentor me.
Oh, wow.
So that's really what we talked about.
Oh yeah, she sees some good things in you. That's why she's gonna surround you with the right people.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Now, what's in the bag, Reese? You're playing good, so obviously you have something in the bag to give you this amazing golf game right now. What's in the bag?
Well, everything is Cobra except for
Oh,
my except for my putter. I got a Scotty Cameron.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I've had Cobra since I started, and it's been working. So I'm not much of a big change person.
Yes,
So
yes,
I like to stick with it, and it's been working. So
good. Now, are you a big Ricky Fowler fan?
yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
yeah, okay. Because he's Cobra. He's team
He
Cobra.
is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, do you wear Puma?
I don't really.
You don't wear Puma? Okay. Okay. That's all right. Good. 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 So, um, so you think about, playing golf, you playing a lot of tournaments right now. What's been the favorite tournament win this year?
Um, I would say probably my favorite tournament that I played that I won was definitely the region tournament. I
Yeah.
played with two of my favorite people and we had such a blast. We had so much fun.
All right. And
And it just made the whole round a lot better.
a lot better. Now, who are some of those players that's some of your favorites out there?
So I played with Sydney. What's her last name again? Sydney Roberts.
Okay.
She's one of my favorites. Um Who did I play with? Myrtle Beach, Sydney. I never know how to say her last name.
That's all right. All right.
It's I don't know how to say it, but
That's okay. That's
anyway,
okay.
she's on the North Myrtle Beach team, and then I play with Lexi from Carolina Forest,
Okay.
and those were actually the two people that I played with um during the tournament. So
Okay.
we just had so much fun.
Great, great, great. Well, keep it going. You're playing some good golf right now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like I said, I was telling your mom, anytime I see winners of tournaments, I like to reach out, see if I can get them on the podcast. Now, what's your favorite pre-tournament meal?
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna be completely honest,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mine is definitely Chick-fil-A.
Okay, Chick-fil-A.
But
Hey,
If
shout out to
my
Chick-fil-A,
trainer
right?
heard that,
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A is the
yeah.
best. But if my trainer heard that, he would probably die. So I'm gonna go with avocado toast.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're trying to clean it up right now, right?
I'm trying to clean it up a little bit.
Now your go-to meal at Chick-fil-A is what? Because see, Chick-fil-A might be listening and they might want to sponsor you. You never know.
You never know. In the mornings,
Yeah.
yeah, I really just do a basic meal. It's a 4-count chicken mini with some hash browns and definitely the sweet tea.
How did I know
Their
the
sweet tea is the best.
Yeah, how did I know the 4-count chicken mini was good?
It's a pretty basic meal, but it's really good.
Right, right. Now, so do you have dreams of going to college? Play golf at
I
college?
do. I
Okay.
do.
Okay, good. So let's say, for example, college coaches are watching this podcast. Why should they recruit Reese?
Well, I would say I'm a really well-rounded person. I'm really big in my faith. I'm very involved in my church. I
Great.
like to think of myself as like, fun and positive. I'm really encouraging towards others, and I'm really driven. I've very driven. I'm such a driven person. I think that's kind of a good reason somewhat.
Good. Now you're a team player?
I am.
Good. Good.
I love my teammates on my team. They are such a big part of my golf, and they're so sweet and supporting.
Good. Now so you want to go play college golf, and what about do you have dreams of being on the LPGA tour?
If I have the opportunity, I would 100% take it. I
Okay.
feel like it would be such a cool thing to go and travel the world and, see what's out there and meet so many different people.
Yeah. And it's the possibilities are there. The percentages are small, but if you work, if you continue to work, you continue to get better, you can do it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
You could do it. And so who are some of your favorite players on tour, whether it's PGA or LPGA?
Well, I would definitely say in the LPGA tour, Nelly Corda. She's one of
Yeah.
my favorites. It's so cool watching her. She always just gets out there and gets it done, and
Yeah.
I look up to her a lot.
Yeah. Her,
But
her swing is
also
so smooth.
it is. I'm like,
Yes.
how in the world? I mean, it's just like amazing.
Right.
But also Scotty Scheffler, I look up to him a lot. He's always just so well-rounded, and he's so big in his faith, and he proclaims it too. He's not afraid to tell people
Yeah.
that he is. And he always just seems such in a good headspace on the course. And I look up to that. I want to be like that.
Yeah. He likes to slide those feet a lot too, don't
He does.
he?
He definitely does.
But you can't, there's no need changing it if he's playing good,
If
right?
it's working, I mean,
Don't change it. That's right. That's right. Now, if
but
you,
I forgot one,
okay.
Blades Brown.
Oh, yeah, Junior.
I think it is so cool how young he is to be so driven. I can't wait to see what life has for him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's definitely one of those kids that'll probably go to the next level. So now,
Mhm.
if you could put Reese a dream foursome together, what three players would you pick to play with?
My best friend Riley Batson, she's my co-captain on our team.
Shout out to
And
Riley.
yeah, shout out to Riley.
There you
She's the
go.
best. I love her.
Okay, Riley.
And Blades Brown and Scotty Scheffler. I feel like that would be
That's a
such a cool
good
foursome.
that's a good foursome. That's good. That's good. And Reese, who are some of the people in your life that's been the most, like influential in your life?
Well, definitely my sister, as I mentioned,
Yeah.
she was such a big part of my life. And I mean, I look up to her every single day. But also Caden, Carson, Jordan, they're on the boys golf team at our school, and
Yeah.
they are amazing. They are so good,
I see
and they're
them.
out
I see
there
them all
every
over the
day.
leaderboard.
Yep, they are so good, and they're
Yeah.
out there every day killing it. And I look up to them a lot.
That's
But also my teammates
mm,
and all of the girls that I've met through SCJGA. I do a lot of tournaments in there, and some of them would be like Carson Heron, Charlie, Grayson, Merritt, Kate,
Mm,
and Mia, and then obviously Riley, my best friend.
there you go.
All those people have been such a big part of my life, and I can't wait I always look up and see all of their goals that they're meeting, and it just inspires me to meet mine as well.
There you go. Now, who would you like to thank? You know, you got a good circle around you. Who would you like to thank for, you know, helping, pushing you uh the most in golf?
Well, definitely God. He's my number one. My parents, they are such a big part of my golf. They sacrifice so much for me, and I really can't thank them enough. My coach, all of my best friends, I mean, just everyone I play with.
That's
I'd
good.
like to thank all of them.
That's good. And you got mom close by too, right?
I do. She's right here, actually.
Come on in, mom. I got a couple questions
Come here,
for you.
Mama.
Hey,
Hi.
mom, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Thanks for allowing Reese to come on the broadcast tonight. I just had a couple questions for you.
Okay.
You know, just from a parent's perspective, what has this 4 or 5 year journey been like for you?
Lots of traveling. We honestly, I have never played golf. I've never watched a lot of golf,
Right.
but she immediately fell in love with it. My son also plays and he fell in love with it. I feel like it has brought our family a lot of good relationships. We've met
Yes.
some really wonderful people. We've had some fun times. We try to make all these tournaments fun. We go out and do things after the rounds, and the biggest thing it's brought to my family though is watching my kids be driven.
Yeah.
They've been very, very dedicated. They're out there every day. And it's given them, I mean, there's not any trouble on the golf course. This keeping them out of so many things that they could be getting into. And I just love the sport. It's brought them some wonderful people. These girls are so encouraging. When Reagan passed away this year, I can't tell you how many of these girls reached out and wanted to do things for our family and be there for us. And it's just been an amazing journey. I love golf. I've really fell in love with it. I enjoy watching it now. I
That's
feel like I know how to play.
yeah. I had a lady on my broadcast. She's the author of a book called I Love to Watch You Play. And so
I love
when
it.
you said that, I thought about that. And you know, being a mom and you actually see Reese play, you know, of course she doesn't play perfect all the time. Um, Talk a little bit about what to say, what not to say after a round. How do y'all handle adversity in the car on the way home?
Well, I will say this. I'm going to be really 100% honest. I did not handle this well at first because I'm an encouraging parent, but I
Yes,
also believe
yes,
I also believe in you have to pay attention to your mistakes so you can learn from them.
yes, yes.
True. But I have over the years I've become more delicate with my delivery. So I try to not say anything during the round now. I'm working on my facial expressions. I'm working on that.
Hey,
But I think for parents, the best advice is to just stay ahead, um, not have much
poor
facial
caddy, right?
expression. Yes, yes.
Hey, listen, there's a book called The Drive Home, and it's for parents, and
Oh,
it's good friends of mine. I had him on my podcast a while back, but the book is called The Drive Home, and we, you know, me and Mark, we always joke. His name's Mark McKinney. We always joke about the fact that we are just there, parents. We're just there to for caddy, and we're there to make sure that they have snacks and water and stay hydrated. Because at the end of the day, we can't play golf as good as them, you know?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
so when they make mistakes, you know, Justin Fleming told me one time, you know, I had him on my podcast. He said, Ro, they're not trying to make mistakes, you know? So you got to think about all that, you know, and just
like, we're not trying to miss a 10
right.
foot putt, but
Right, right. You're actually trying to make it, but
I'm trying to.
it
I think
happens.
it's hard. I think it's hard as a parent too when you see them practice and you know what they're capable of.
Mhm.
And then sometimes you just see them get in their head and they
Yep.
miss things they shouldn't miss. And you know that it's just simple mistakes. And
Yeah.
you should tell them and you should hold them accountable, but you have to be encouraging.
You do.
At the end of the day, you're who they're out there trying to impress, and they want that gratification from you. They want to know that you're proud of them.
That's exactly right. So Reese, what are your top 3 schools that you would love to go to if you could?
Well, my number one is Clemson University. I have always wanted to go there since I was a little kid.
And I'm a Gamecock fan.
She's not a
Oh,
big fan of that one, but it's been my dream since I was little. So
South Carolina got a rock now. They number 2 in the
They do.
country. Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
I'd say Clemson, and then I think Presbyterian also would be such a cool school to go to. I'm a small town person.
Yes.
I love a small town, but I mean, if someone offered me, I would
There you
go.
go. No,
I
no
mean, I
coastal,
think it would
no
be
coastal Carolina.
Maybe.
I mean,
Right.
if it's an opportunity, I
Right.
would definitely look into it. And
Okay.
I would say my next one,
Maybe Anderson.
yeah, I would say Anderson. I've looked into that, and their coach seems so sweet and like does so much for the players. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that's a
I think
top.
she's trying to pay attention to the program, the coaches, and she really wants to be in the upstate. She loves the upstate.
She loves
I
the upstate?
love the mountains so much.
Okay. So beach versus mountains.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a mountain person.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Now, Reese, how can our listeners reach you on social media? How can they follow you on your journey?
My golf account on Instagram is @reeserich.golf. And that's how y'all can reach me.
Great. Well, Reese, Mom, thank y'all so much for being on the podcast tonight. And it's been a pleasure. Reese, hopefully we'll run into you at one of these tournaments coming up. I know John has the fall challenge. Y'all have the fall challenge?
We do.
We do. Yeah,
Okay,
we will
we'll see y'all
hopefully
there next
see y'all.
week. Yeah, we'll see you there
Yeah.
next week. Okay. All right. But good luck in the state. Now, where do y'all play the state?
It's at Smithfield's Country Club in Easley.
Upstate. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now
Monday and
listen.
Tuesday. So
Now listen, that's a tough course.
pray
You played
for
it
us.
before, right?
I have played there before. So
Number-
hopefully it will be good.
Number 1 is tough.
Mhm. It is.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck and just keep doing what you're doing and you're going to be just fine. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Junior Golf Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We hope you enjoyed this new episode, and if you did, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Please share this episode with others who may be interested in this topic. Also, feel free to let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes. Get in touch in the comments or on any of our social media networks. See you next week for a new episode